Rated T for Teen.
Speedball is brutal and highly challenging, especially when you're up against stronger opponents, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, learn new tactics and strategies, or simply understand the basics, there's something here for everyone. So strap in as we dive into the essential tips and tricks that every beginner and future champion needs to know in Speedball. Learning the basics of movement and other elements of the game is key to your success. There are so many ways that Speedball differs from other sports games out there, so this is very important to learn first. In the Quick Play menu, you can find an option called Boot Camp. Here you can test out various tactics in practice mode and see what works for you. You will go up against one player on the other team and a goalie in the arena of your choice. This can help you fine-tune your skills and become familiar with the different arenas, but the most important section is the tutorials. These will take you through the basics like moving, tackling, and scoring. Once you have a basic understanding, progress further to learn all the advanced mechanics of the game, including how to interact with the various arena elements, running on walls, and even alternative ways to score. We highly recommend going through the boot camp first so you can be better equipped to handle any team that challenges you. In Speedball, there are many ways to score points or increase the amount of points you get, so let's go over all of them. The first is simply scoring a goal. Even though this sounds like the easy part, the other team's goalie will make this very difficult. If you have the ball and enter the goalie box, they will come and try to tackle you to steal the ball. The goalie can also jump and dash in your way to block any attempted shot. There are a few ways to get past the goalie, though. One is to dash in the opposite direction of the goalie to trick them into diving the wrong way. This leaves the goal wide open for scoring. Another tactic is to aim your shot. While holding the shoot button, you can change where the shot is going to go. Using this, you can place the shot in a spot that the goalie can't reach. If you can just get past the goalie, you can also tackle them to knock them down for a few seconds. But they have a shield that protects them, so you will need to tackle them twice to do this. If the goalie is knocked down too many times, they can even be injured and taken out of the game. This is not the only way to score, though. You can also damage other players through tackles that can eventually lead to a slow-motion, brutal takedown. This rewards you with the same amount of points as scoring a goal and gives you an advantage, as the other team will now have fewer players on the field. You can do this until only 2 members of the other team remain or a goal is scored, at which point the other team will be forced to put their bench players on the field. If you continue to take down the other team, you can win by default, as there won't be enough players on the other team to continue playing. Alternatively, you can increase your score in a number of different ways. Several arenas have stars on the side with an even number for each team. Light up the stars by either wall running on them while in possession of the ball or passing the ball into them. Once you have lit up the other team's stars, you will get 2 points for each star. This can let you catch up or pull ahead of your opponent very easily. However, you need to keep an eye on your own stars as the other team can light them up. Wall running and passing the ball to your own team's lit up stars can deactivate them and prevent the other team from getting the points. You can also increase the points from a goal by using a multiplier hoop or a rebound bumper. The multiplier hoops can be found on the side of some arenas, and when used, they will give the next goal 2 times the amount of points for a short duration. The rebound bumpers are giant tires that you can bounce the ball off and increase your goal score by that many points up to a maximum of 10. Either team can use these bonuses even if they weren't the ones to initialize the effects. The default score of 10 points can be increased up to 20 points, unless you are in the Speedball Stadium arena, which has both elements and can make you score even higher. While playing a match, your players can take damage and get removed from the game if they take too much. This is where the halftime team management comes into play. You have the ability to change up the tactic you are using for a different formation that might give you more of an advantage. Also, you can swap out any team members with your benched players. This allows you to sub out players with low health to avoid giving the other team an opportunity for an easy takedown. Pay close attention to the attributes of each player, as some will be better in different aspects than others. Select the players that will give you the best chance of coming from behind or cementing your lead even further. As you are already aware, each arena has various elements that can help or hinder any team. You can use these to your advantage to claim victory. If you are playing as Steel Fury, your team is immune to frost effects. Playing on any arena with ice turrets or ice floor grates can allow you to force the other team to run through them and get slowed down, while you get increased dash distance. If you are playing as the Turbo Hammers in any arena with fire turrets and grates, then you won't be hurt by the flames and instead will have increased dive tackle range and damage. Having a team-specific advantage can go a long way, but you can also use these same obstacles no matter what team you play for. Throwing the ball near a damage element like a spinning hammer can cause the other team to crash into it while trying to get the ball. You can also use that same throw to bounce it off the hammer to a new direction that leads to a teammate. Using the grind rails can let you zoom around the arena while also dashing to get an even bigger speed boost. The pillars can be used to ricochet the ball around to another player to prevent the other team from catching it. This same tactic can be used with the warp gates to send the ball to the other side of the arena. There are numerous ways to use each element to your advantage, so experiment with what works best for you. With all these tips and tricks, you now have all of the skills you need to take on any opponent and become a Speedball champion. New Speedball merchandise has landed on the Rebellion shop, including t-shirts, jerseys, mugs, and more. Gear up and get ready for brutal, no-holds-barred entertainment. We can't wait for you to jump into Speedball when it releases on January 27th, 2026. Speedball will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam platforms.